Hey, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in to Shamanic Empowerment. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about energy vampires and how to protect your energy. One of the most common energy vampires that we know of, I'm sure everybody has experienced this on some kind of level, is somebody who's a narcissist, somebody who is trying to control you or trying to kind of press your buttons into, maybe some childhood traumas that you have, or some tendencies that you tend to attract. So a great way to protect yourself, I say no jade. No jade as in Jade. So it's like, don't justify. First thing is, there's no need to justify your positionings, your stance, and this for sure is how they deplete you, is by getting you to feel like you need to justify or argue about what it is that you believe in, or argue just in general. Sometimes it's about nonsense that they will kind of get you into these loops, and the thing about it is they're very perceptive. So what it is they can see what will trigger you. They can see how they can get under your skin, and then they're going to do everything in their power to poke and probe and just do whatever it is that makes you feel like you need to argue and the next one will be to trying to defend yourself, which kind of looks like arguing, but being on the defense is definitely a way that we're draining our energies, because there's nothing ever to defend. We don't ever need to defend ourselves or somebody else, because there's always that empowerment for them to do it themselves. And that's kind of what we rob people of sometimes when we're not encouraging them to really step into their own power. And by really just seeking into how they actually give their energy away. What is it that that person's really selling out on? What is it that they're not able to look at because maybe it's uncomfortable, or maybe there's some resistance there, and so to defend yourself is to stay in that resistant space instead of just accepting. So if you really want to protect your energy, if you really want to not get depleted so easily by those people that you're around, and you just feel like being around them isn't good for your spirit, isn't feeding your soul in a positive, efficient way. And then the last one is to explain. Kind of like when we explain ourselves, it's really with the intent on, if this person's if their intentions to drain you, that's what the explanations are really about. Yeah, it's there's no give and take, there's no reciprocated flow. So that's why you actually feel depleted whenever you're justifying, arguing, defending, or explaining your positioning to these energy vampires. So let's say, for example, if it was one of your best friends, or somebody who didn't have the intent to just take your energy and keep it for themselves, but let's say they were to take your energy but then give it back to you. And how that would look would be say you have a misunderstanding with your friend, and you can clearly see that they're just not getting your intentions, or not getting your heart space right. So you can, if you're feeling misunderstood, so to explain yourself will be a great way to really get that person to understand you more, really get them to see, maybe even widen your perspective, or you can widen their perspective. But whatever the synergistic exchange is, that's what will actually make you feel empowered, inspired, and encouraged, and you'll feel a deep level of intimacy and connection, because you'll have that equal exchange by explaining, and by them hearing you out and listening, and giving it back. So how this differs from an energy vampire is they're not really listening to what it is that you have to say. Their agenda is really just to let you just kind of spin your wheels, and then they're just going to keep doing whatever it is that they're doing. So there's no co-creation going on there. There's no synergy that's going on there, and that's what the equal exchange really is all about. And that's really what being in the question about these sort of things too. Like if you're feeling drained or depleted, that's why I always say no jade. Ask yourself: are you justifying? Are you arguing? Are you defending? Or are you explaining yourself? And I hope these tactics help. I would love to hear if you actually had the chance to apply them and practice them. To put it down in the comments. See how they are affecting you, if they're working. If there's anything that you feel like you could add into that sort of thing, I would love suggestions and to collaborate on how to really protect ourselves against energy vampires. And I appreciate you tuning in. Like below, share the video if you see anybody who this could support, and please subscribe. Thank you very much for tuning in.